Tommy. 8 o'clock in the morning, and he's daydreaming already. He's wondering what it would be like to have breakfast with Captain Strong at the Space Academy. Well, Tommy, why don't you step through the picture and find out? And take along that box of Pep. Swell treat for the cadets. Welcome change from food capsules. Tell them Pep is an honest-to-goodness taste thrill. And most important, Kellogg's Pep gives you more builder-upper food values than any other wheat flakes. More sunshine vitamin D, more vitamin B1, more food values that help build stronger muscles. And that's what a space cadet needs. Pretty sensational, huh? Uh-oh, time sure slips by, doesn't it, Tommy? With the Build-Up Wheat Cereal.
Ain't the cutest girl in town. She don't fall for those high-class fools. Every time she comes around, I get the low-down Tennessee blues. Went through the tall pine trees, sends a chill through me, like a soft southern breeze. I get the low down Tennessee. When you see you again, oh, when I hold your hand, every time you look at me, I get the low down Tennessee blues. Low down Tennessee blues. Low down Tennessee blues. Every time you call my name, get the low down Tennessee blues. Low down Tennessee blues. Will I see you again? Low down Tennessee. Call your name. 'Cause every time you come around, I get the low down Tennessee blues.
Welcome to the first night of the camp-in. Tomorrow night we have a songwriter circle. I'm going to play a few solo songs before the songwriter circles, and then we'll have Jim Dalton join me and Johnny up here, and it's going to be lots of fun, lots of storytelling, lots of songs. Friday is Ike Riley and Cracker on the Friday night. During the day, there's going to be a film showing of Ike's movie, and at 1 p.m. there's going to be the Crumposium. What's the Crumposium? Crumposium, it's only for special people, okay? If you don't know what it is, I don't know if you're going to like it. Anyway, at 1 o'clock, that's what that is. And then, of course, Saturday, it's the big rock show, all right? See you later.
I hear the buzz. No, I'm still not hearing you. Oh, hey, wait a second. I almost heard something. Patrick, I'm so glad that you're here and wanted to come and join us. I mean, you're the original man on the street reporter for camp-ins and camp-outs and stuff. And
Oh, thank you.
yeah, and we never got a chance to talk about it this time through, but I've got some really good. I just had a thing with Mike Saucer. He talked a lot about his dad and Richard Simpson, and it was just interesting. How it was kind of more about the gathering kind of thing. And then
Yes.
I did talk to Jackie and Julie about that series of talks, and that was very interesting just unto itself. So just Patrick Judy, from your perspective here at the Lo-Fi Lounge, how was your experience at Camp on 11?
It was great. I probably say that every time, but each one is unique. And this time I stayed with a couple friends at a house, or Orbo, and that was a different experience because a lot of times I usually go and I'm usually in the hotel by myself. So a lot of times, if the events aren't happening, I'm just sitting in the hotel room.
Right.
But since I was staying with friends, they wanted to go out and do things, so I went with them. Like, we walked around the neighborhood and different things like that, had different experiences. And there's actually a funny story that goes along with it. We went to an estate sale that while we were out walking in the neighborhood,
Right.
is a great big beautiful house. It's full of stuff that was for sale. And this guy saw all our wrists had all these armbands on it because at Camp Inn, they have an armband if you do a 4-day pass, but they also have one for each night. And one of them you have to keep on all the time until it's over, but most people keep them all on.
Oh, okay.
So this guy saw our wrists loaded with all these armbands, said, "Hey, what venue you guys at?" We said 40 Watt. So he was, oh, cool. So he started showing us some REM stuff that he had, like some unique REM artwork, that sort of thing. So we thought, oh, cool. So we when we were leaving, he came out, ran up to me and Paul, and he handed us a poster and said, "Hey, you guys can fight over this." So we're like, oh, cool. So we opened it up, but we had no idea who the band was. And we want to be polite. Like, we're both like, well, we have tons of posters. We can't even hang up the ones we have. I don't know. I'm carrying this home and all that. So we just pondered on it for a while. Then the rest of our friends gathered with us, and we stopped by a coffee shop on the way back, a place that sold like candles and coffee and stuff like that. And she asked about the wristbands. And we said, well, you're the second person that asked about that. And we explained the 40 Watt. And I said, yeah, the guy at this estate sale gave us this poster from this band I'd never heard of before. And so I told her the band. Oh my God, I love that band. That's like my favorite. And I just handed her the poster.
There you go.
And she opened it up and it was signed, and I can't take this. I can't take this. I was like, no, it's hers. I made her day, and at least the poster found a good home.
Yeah. What was the name of the band?
Jucifer. It's just a husband and wife, but they have like a wall of sound. It's just really loud, but
She probably was deaf from that first experience, and so now she can hear. So
yeah. So that was kind of a unique or a neat story, and I'm glad that the poster found a good home. Yeah.
Compared to some of the other campouts and stuff, just kind of what was your general feel about it? How each day, or how the whole flow was for you?
And being in a house, with friends in the car, it's different than being in a hotel by yourself.
Sure.
We weren't real big party animals or anything like that. All of us are getting older. But
So what was up on the Wednesday?
Wednesday was a guy named Abe Partridge.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Partridge, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hey.
Best shoes in the business.
Thank you, Brian, for inviting me to be a part of your friends round.
My pleasure.
My name is Abe Partridge, and I'm from Mobile, Alabama. And I left Mobile when I was 18 years old to become a Baptist preacher. And I went to 4 Bible colleges in 4 years. And I married my wife on the day I graduated. And whenever I was 25 years old, I started pastoring a little independent Baptist church in the mountains of Kentucky. Then whenever I was 27 years old, I lost my mind. Then whenever I was 35 years old, I started a rock and roll band. And this is a song I wrote about it. It's called the No Teacher Blues. I hope you like it. Well, I bought me a guitar at the corner pawn shop. I played Guitar Hero. Now I really wanna rock. I bought me a music book I couldn't even read. Man, I'm gonna have to find someone to teach me. So I'm going to the city where the rock and rollers live. I gassed up my truck and down the road I went. So I went up into Seattle to find the ghost of Kurt Cobain and learned to play some grunge guitar like Alice in Chains. But all I found were hipsters with their lumberjack beards and their trendy coffee shops and their fancy gelled up hair. So I asked this homeless dude, where's the underground scene? He said, punk is dead and it ain't had no recovery. Try my hand at old school R&B. Maybe Detroit City is where that I should be. I could grow a white boy afro and learn some funky moves and get some black girls behind me singing shoo-bop, shoo-woo. But Motown left there years ago and there was no R&B. Well, I guess Detroit City just wasn't for me. Just to find my hippie soul. I went to Hayden, Asbury, where all the hippies go. I walked around barefooted, I put flowers in my hair, and I took a trip on LSD, but I didn't get nowhere. To this mystic Maharishi said, you gotta find yourself. So I packed up my truck and I headed back south. So I was raised on Elvis. Surely I could find some rockabilly pickers down in Memphis, 'cause they had Johnny Cash and Carl Perkins. But now the Sun Studio is just a museum. That kind of music don't sell many records anymore. Well, I guess a rockabilly, it ain't a big deal no more. The home of the blues, the Mississippi Delta, it was the best I could do. I went to the crossroads of Robert Johnson fame, and I waited there to midnight, and I called the devil's name. And I guess it is ridiculous, but I waited there for hours. The sun came up and I still had no rock and roll powers. looking in this tree. And I don't know about you, brother, but it just wasn't for me. Well, maybe punk is dead, maybe the hippies are through, and R&B and rockabilly have done all that they can do. And maybe the devil ain't still teaching the blues, and Nashville's been taken by these business suits. I'll just play it like I feel it, I'll let it come from my soul, 'cause you don't need no teacher to rock and roll. I'll just play it like I feel it, I'll let it come from my soul, 'cause you don't need no teacher to rock and roll.
Tell it all, brother. Tell it all.
I apologize. I forgot where I was momentarily.
And it was Dave and Johnny doing the duo, which is always excellent.
San Bernardino boy.
In his underwear, he's playing in that dirty air. And his daddy's in the Chino jail. He'll grow up to be dumb as dirt by 23, with the county sheriff on his trail. 714, who's that knocking on my door? It's the San Bernardino boy. 909, everybody hide, it's the San Bernardino boy. I've seen him over by the king, dancing on his broken leg, blisters rising on his sunburned hide. Later on tonight, he'll be starting up a fight till those bitty clubs commence to wail. Yeah, 714, who's that knocking on my door? The San Bernardino boy. Oh yeah. 909, somebody kill the lights. It's the San Bernardino. Let's take it home. Yeah, 714, who's that knocking on my door? The San Bernardino boy. 909, everybody hide. It's the San Bernardino boy. Well, in his rusty old Trans Am, a one-hitter in his hand, he's cranking up that Back in Black. See his mother on the stairs as she offers up a prayer for those brain cells that ain't coming back. Yeah, 714, who's that knocking on my door? It's the San Bernardino boy. 909, somebody kill the lights. It's the San Bernardino boy. Here we go. Well, it's that San Bernardino boy. It's the San Bernardino boy. It's the San Bernardino boy. It's the San Bernardino boy.
Just those two. Yeah, usually the first night is pretty light. I guess that gives people time to, arrive and there's, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, catching up.
Sure.
I guess sometimes it's hard to get all the talking out that night for some people. Thursday night, I remember the one thing, it was the Lowry Hickman Dalton song swap.
Right.
And I remember that, but nothing else, but there was nothing else There's just that. Oh, that's always a big highlight for the event. It's nice to see the guys chime in on each other's songs, especially if it's one that they'd never played before. Just kind of feeling it out. And Jim Dalton had a hilarious song called Leprechaun.
Oh.
Yeah, he said one of his parents was Irish and the other part Mexican, so he kind of mixed some interesting lyrics together for that. A lot of people were talking about that one.
From Ireland. Madre was from down in Mexico. When they met, they fell in love. Then guess who came along? What do you know? A leprechaun. Lay, 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 lay. Aye, 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 aye. His Irish eyes are smiling all the way to Mexico. It's me, a leprechaun. Half of me tans easily and half of me burns red. I like to have my guacamole with potato bread. Half potato, half ranchero, pints of Guinness with a jalapeno. Drinking on St. Patty's Day and Cinco de Mayo. Daddy boy. We get 2 drinking holidays. Cause my father was an Irishman from Ireland. My Madre was from down in Mexico. When they met, they fell in love. Then I guess it came along. What do you know? Leprechaun. Lie, 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 lie. Aye, 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 aye. Whose Irish eyes are smiling all the way to Mexico? That's me, the leprechaun. There's more, sorry. I like to kiss the Blarney Stone. I love to vacation in Mexico. I drink me Irish coffee, oh, with me desayuno. That's Spanish for breakfast. Half potato, half ranchero, pint of Guinness with a jalapeno. Drinking on St. Patty's Day and Cinco de Mayo, Danny boy. Cause my father was an Irishman from Ireland. My Madre was from down in Mexico. When they met, they fell in love. Then who guess who came along? Now you know.
Because well, Friday was the Crumposium at the 40 watt, and that was very interesting. Just hearing the different lecturers talk about their disciplines, learned a few things. And David's was geared towards music business, and his was really interesting. Talking about a band starting out, how they had to have certain economics. Or like one example would be like having gigs that you could drive to and go home instead of, when you just start out, you don't want to spend all your money at hotels.
All right.
So you want a steady rotation of places you can play and all that. And he like even defined like what it takes to be a music town, or like low real estate, plenty of jobs. That's right. Like you have to have several of those factors to have a good music scene. So I thought that was pretty fascinating on Saturday night.
So so they finished off Saturday night, but what was before them on Saturday night?
The Hackensaw boys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've been there before. I think 2 camp-ins ago was last time they were there. And they're an interesting group too. One of the guys has like a washboard type of contraption that he's wearing.
Yeah. And
they got a guy with a stand-up bass. It seems like there's like 6 or 7 people in that band. They fill up the stage, definitely. Oh yeah, forgot about the Saturday Day event,
Okay.
because that's always a big one. That's the we go to Hendershot's, and that's where the poster signing is. And Johnny does a solo set. That's always a highlight too. And like last year, he had Ann Harris join him for some songs, so that kind of adds another energy to the performances.
Well, I'm lucky for my fingers, a lucky bed to sleep, lucky thoughts that linger, lucky as I leap. Sometimes I turn my mind to days before we're broken to. Some would call it destiny. Yeah, I say we don't control our fate. Yeah, to me, I don't believe that stuff. See, I believe you can make some luck. Sometimes I turn my mind to days before we're broken to. I'm so lucky for the times I spent with you. What more could I ask for? What more could I do? What more could I ask for? Oh, so much to you. I'm still dreaming, lucky to have cried, even lucky for the bad luck, just lucky to have tried. Sometimes I turn my mind to days before we're broken to. Times I spent with you. Lucky, lucky, lucky for the times I spent with you.
Sort of the personal touch or the personal interactions between friends that happen at these events. This is the other reason that people keep coming back. Well, they love these bands. These are bands that they, are devoted to. But I think they're also people that are devoted to each other. The friendships that developed that, part of it's from the music, but part of it was just talking to people and
Yeah, I think you couldn't have one without the other, to be honest. Like as much as you know, I've flown to California to see these guys, but yeah, I don't think I'd do that for many other bands. I wouldn't do that for Rolling Stones or anybody like that. But it's because of the people. The music brought the people together, and I believe the people keep the people going back to the music.
Okay, my friend. I appreciate you a lot, man.
All right, thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Take care.
See you later.
All right, good night.